Drama from day one. This is the league we want to watch.
Hey yo, welcome to the Premier League. You already know that we the techiest division that the world's ever seen. From 92 when it bust on the scene. Mad goals, mad games, football like we had never seen. Man United were the first to win it. Steve Bruce double headers in them final minutes. Ferguson made it clear he never came to play. Ain't nobody won it more even to this day. Hey, who remembers Arsenal's unbeatable run? I remember. Now I even talking the invincible one. Talking back in 02 back when Rooney came through. He was 16 and he shocked everyone.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital and welcome back to another Premier League review show. Once again, I'm joined with Rami. He's back for another week. He hasn't been here for like about 4 or 5 weeks.
Relax, I'm never...
Freddy, he's back again, and we got a special guest.
Again.
Special guest all the way from Abu Dhabi, the home of the Premier League champions. As he wears our United training kit.
Very true.
But yeah, boys, another Premier League weekend gone. Almost into the business end with Christmas period and all that. But we'll kick it off with the first game that kicked off the week, Liverpool and Watford. And Ferdy, I'll head over to you, to your boys. Another 3 points, still undefeated.
Tough, grinding kind of win. I think what we proved of the weekend basically is
VAR.
VAR screwed us. Basically,
That was not it's not a,
yeah, but
it wasn't offside to me, but anyways.
we'll get into that. But we can win dirty, we can win clean, beautifully.
Yeah, but
Clean, beautifully, dead. Yeah.
But hey, but all these wins, you're not even playing well. But Watford were coming dead last.
Dead last, and I was worried going to this game. I think I was telling you guys, like, I hate coming up a team that's just got a new manager, that are coming last and are desperate performance.
Yeah, but have they got a new manager? No honeymoon period.
Nothing.
Did they sack him again? Did he come back and get sacked again?
I reckon he got sacked at training. Didn't even get to play a game.
No,
But
what?
they played well. And how many opportunities did they have to put us away in the first half? Like, they had
they
about
did.
3 or 4
The one
clear
they shanked,
opportunities.
they shanked them over.
And every single one was just shanked. Like, missing the ball twice. That time where the ball came in, all you had to do is just kick it in, even if you hit it softly.
But that's what happens in a Premier League winning season.
Yeah.
You know, we've
hopefully.
had seasons like
Dare
that
him.
before.
How dare you?
Sorry. But at this point, I know this is obviously sidestepping a little bit, but if Liverpool win the Premier League this season, it wouldn't be as bad as it has been in previous seasons, and I'll tell you why. First of all, Gerrard never won the league.
Have you ever
Alright.
seen Gerrard with the league?
And second of all, like, for the love of football, honestly, you can't argue that this team doesn't deserve to win the league. Man City are well off the leaders. Leicester are doing great, but
Just
they're
drop
like
points.
that elephant in the tree. You don't know how they got up there, but you know they're going to come down eventually. Right? And they're going to come
That's what we
crashing
said.
down.
That's what we said when they
That we
won
said
it.
last time,
Alright.
man. That's
However,
what worries me about this
I know,
stuff.
but only 3 teams have been top at Christmas time in the Premier League and not won the Premier League at the end of the
And
season.
we're all 3.
Liverpool are all 3.
We're all
Can't
3.
spell.
And that's why when everyone asks me, when
Yeah,
everyone asks
Not
me,
win the league.
if you guys won it yet, I'm like, we haven't won nothing till we win it. I've been honey dick way too many times, bro.
there's kids watching.
As they say in
Cheers,
Abu
guys.
Dhabi, inshallah, God willing,
Money,
Yeah,
get
look.
some more transfers.
but we'll see anyway.
But you know what? We're 17 games in now, undefeated,
What do
one
you-
draw. Still.
But you know what? Look, I know you, and I have to jump here. I know you said that Watford were challenging you guys, and it's
We're
interesting
challenging
one.
us, but they had opportunities.
But at the end of the day, it's like what Borchia always says: it's the 3 points that matters.
Exactly.
3 points is all that matters. Yeah, you can play rubbish, you can play great, but can I just say, world class from Salah, man. That first goal.
And he scores
And
in
with his
small
right
teams.
foot.
both goals.
And
Both
his
goals.
right
Yeah, but that first goal in general was unbelievable. To chop a player that way and hit it with his right with absolute class.
And isn't that the Klopp way?
It
Then
is.
On the counter attack, Mane sprinting forward, pass
But
that ball.
that pass from
Salah.
Firmino over the head.
Absolutely.
You
And
know
you
what I mean?
can argue that Firmino, a player I rate really, really highly, hasn't had his best season. He hasn't had
This
his best
game,
season.
But
see
do you
his first
think-
touch
do you
this game?
think,
It was just
do you
ridiculous.
think players
But
like-
he is important to us.
Do you think players like Van Dijk and Salah and Mane are taking
The
like, the
away from-
shine
the light
of
from-
what he's actually doing?
No, I think that's always been the case for me.
Like this season. I know
He's
you
not
said
a
it-
goal
what it
scorer.
is?
Firmino's
You know
not a
what it
goal
is?
scorer. He's a false nine.
It's the majority of Premier League viewers. We don't observe it like the
Live,
two of you.
yeah.
The two of you are football tactics people. You guys have your coaching. You guys do all those things. You observe passes, you observe midfield, you observe what a
Movement off the
defender is
ball.
doing off the ball and everything. The 90%, of the 90% of the fans observe it as, what did I remember from that game that was amazing? I remember this run by this player. I remember this tackle by this defender. But no one remembers that Scott McTominay is controlling Man United's midfield, for example. All right? No one remembers stuff like that. No one remembers what Henderson does in a Liverpool game when Liverpool play really, really well. No one remembers stuff like that. No. People think Mohamed Salah cut this play, he did that. Van Dijk no one could get past Van Dijk. Alisson made 3 top draw saves, and they remember these. They don't analyze those little details. And I think that you speak to Premier League managers, all right, and they'll talk about a player like Michael Carrick was. Most United fans didn't see the value in Michael Carrick until he was old. All right, but now we look back and we're like, you know what? He controlled that midfield.
No, absolutely,
Michael Carrick was the answer for that whole England issue years ago when you had Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes, and you didn't know who to put in with him.
Who would you have
Michael
taken out?
Carrick. It's another segment. Another segment altogether.
Leave it there.
Segment altogether.
Leave it there.
Anyway.
Leave it there. But you know what, man? It's.
Yeah, look, Liverpool, another win.
It's your
You
season,
guys are
man.
now going into the Club World Cup,
Which I don't-
it's really unfair that the FA or anyone hasn't really helped you guys.
Yeah.
And
We
we
way
said
too
it
many
before.
games.
I think the FA doesn't really help the English teams at all when it comes to matches and games and all that.
Absolutely.
And isn't in England we play a lot more games over the Christmas and New Year's period?
Yeah, everyone takes
else
a break.
is off.
Everyone
else is off.
Yeah. And
Like,
to throw
don't
you
get me wrong,
guys.
as a fan, I love it because there's how many games.
Yeah, but the
in
fact that
2
you guys
weeks.
are going to play a game and then literally the next day is the AFL Cup game, why couldn't the FA move that game? It's not a big deal. And I think who you guys play in that game?
Aston Villa.
Like, come on, you move the
Aston
game.
Villa,
How many
please.
how many times that 1 year where Liverpool and United were first and second?
Yeah.
You guys were coming first, but United always had them 3 games in hand because they kept on postponing games. You know what I mean? Even Arsenal have copped it the last couple of seasons, but I don't know.
Psychologically, it affects you.
It does.
It does. You look at the table, you're like, all right, we have 2 games in hand or whatever.
And we have to win.
You
it.
know what?
You
Can
look
I?
at it and you don't know if you've won that. And
Can
then
I-
nothing's
We've
guaranteed.
got Leicester next as well. At Leicester.
Which is.
But doesn't Leicester have City next as well? No.
City League, that's what I'm loving. They've got
Before
Leicester City.
before Borchi goes up to the next game, can I ask you a quick question? Simple yes or no answer, I guess. Is Liverpool the best team in Europe at the moment?
In
Yeah.
Europe,
You'd have to say
Not
so.
a simple question, though.
You'd have to
It's
say
very,
so.
very competitive.
No, but are they the best team in Europe? But best
but-
is a subjective word.
Best is a subjective word. I have an issue with
Look at
the
that.
word best. I'm not going to get into it a lot, but if you're going to talk about best, what's best?
Inform.
George.
The most informed.
George
Absolutely.
is best. George best.
Absolutely. The most informed team in Europe.
Europe?
Right
for
now.
sure.
Okay, there you go.
For sure.
Are they the most informed in Europe?
For sure. For
There you
sure.
go.
You can't argue
Are
that.
they?
That's,
Do you reckon?
no.
Who is?
This guy just hates
He just wants to
Liverpool, bro.
argue.
He just
No,
hates
no,
You're
no,
saying you
wait,
can't
wait,
argue with
hey.
that. He wants to argue.
No, but
Who?
I don't know, maybe like Leipzig. No, look,
Borussia
Sydney
Mönchengladbach.
you can't really dispute that. Liverpool have been doing well. We did have a few other games. Burnley won 1-0 to Newcastle. That was fan. Newcastle actually been alright the last couple of weeks. Again, they're dropping points.
Yep.
They've done well to get out of that relegation zone. Leicester and
Chelsea
Norwich.
dropped. Chelsea
I'll
dropped
be
points.
honest.
Leicester.
Leicester, Norwich. I watched. I stayed up for the game just to see if I can drop points. I saw Norwich go front with a great goal.
And you were on the WhatsApp. Make
Ricky
sure
Party.
you commented every single second.
Every single second. And then I saw Leicester score. I'm like, you know what? I want to have an early night. It's just going to be another belting by Leicester. Wake up 1-0.
Do you reckon that for Leicester City,
That's season
that's
done.
probably title gone if,
No.
if they were in the running or if they were, because they were second with like
Guys,
8
they're on
points
an
and City
8-winning
was
game streak. They
Yeah.
got a draw in the 9th game. 8-game winning streak. We can't just shut them down now.
Yeah, but Liverpool's won the league, man.
Harry Potter. We had Sheffield United beat 2-0 to Aston Villa. Aston Villa they have a great result
You know
against
what?
United the last couple of weeks.
Before the game started, what was I saying to you about how good is Sheffield United this season?
and overlapping centre backs.
They're absolutely, they're absolutely
Overlapping centre
brilliant.
backs.
It's a team, but individually, I don't know if there are many players in,
They're
in their
nobodies.
team that you'd look at it and say, you know what, one of the top 4 teams should go for him. Like Lundstrom's on a run for fantasy. He's getting points
Killing
left,
it,
right, and
assists from
centre.
the defender every week.
You know,
Yeah,
but
but
he's playing midfield.
yeah,
He's
midfield,
playing
And
that's
John
right.
Fleck
I don't know if
scored,
that's a hat.
scored 2 goals this week.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know much about John
but,
Fleck.
But do any of these guys seem like they'd be top 4? The
No.
only one who's potentially could make that step in there is our player, is Henderson. Dean Henderson, the goalkeeper.
I thought it was gonna.
Dean
I'm like, wait a
Henderson, the
minute, one second.
goalkeeper.
I don't get for Liverpool.
He's been called up to the national
Yeah.
team. You know, he's doing really,
Now,
really
look,
well.
for a promoted
really
side,
well.
to come up, I picked them to get relegated again.
Yeah.
Looks like they might be staying up. I don't know. They're up there in the European spots.
Yeah,
so
They get results.
yeah, they
save,
might. I know if they.
save.
But that's good. And look, at the moment,
Yeah.
you got their fans should be happy.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, we had Southampton lose 1-0 to. Is that the manager? West Ham. West Ham beating Southampton.
Southampton have found a bit of
Pellegrini-
recent form.
Yeah,
as well
but
recently.
Pellegrini was under pressure the last couple of weeks, getting a few losses under his belt. But
I
that
think we glossed over that one.
no, I was waiting for that one. I'm leaving that one because Frank Lampard and his Chelsea squad, everyone's been boasting about this team with all the young players that he has and all that, and how they're doing so well.
Consecutive
Is
week
this
to week.
now? Is this now because they? And this was my problem with teams like United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. With Chelsea, because they had the ban and couldn't bring players in, and United and Arsenal because of the Europa League. But because they're playing these Champions League games, they did have a big game against who they play? Valencia? Chelsea, they play
Valencia.
a big game to qualify. And do you think their squad depth now is where they're getting hurt or found out?
Well, let's be honest. No one thought Chelsea would be going this well.
Yeah,
so
that's
Lampard's
one-
done
We said
very
if
well.
top four would be a massive,
Massive
success.
achievement, yeah.
Massive
Yeah, well,
success.
with all the thing that got thrown to him, you know what's funny? It's obviously all the stuff that we mentioned in previous weeks in regards to, the transfer ban, losing Hazard. But I've found it quite interesting that since they've announced that they've reopened the window in January, they've back-to-back dropped points.
But it
Now,
shouldn't-
is that a mental thing to kind of be in the back of the head that now we can sign? Are players a bit shaken up? Like, are they going to sign players now to
I
replace
think
us?
what I noticed.
Could that have any impact at all?
What
I
I've
don't know.
noticed was the two players that are most in form, Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham. I think Mason Mount wasn't playing against City. City were not good, but they're all right, decent. I think Chelsea, with someone like Mason Mount in the squad, maybe could have got some goals for him.
He's been off form recently.
And then I think there was another game where Chelsea dropped points, and that's where Tammy Abraham wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So these two big players that majority Chelsea have relied on this season haven't really been there. I know Kante is stepping up. Kovacic has lately he's been
Pulisic as well.
But Pulisic
as well.
he's
Still
very
getting-
inconsistent. But
but he's got the talent.
Yeah.
There's no
no,
doubt
he's
talent.
got. We've
Definitely
seen
a
what he can
talented
do
player.
on the ball, even off the ball as well.
I think Chelsea did the right thing at the right time, cashing out with Hazard, and they had Pulisic coming in. I know there's a transition period here, and I think that for the first time, Abramovich is willing to say, you know what, for a season or two,
See how it
if we
goes, yeah.
fall behind, let it be.
Yeah.
I think, just to go back to what you said before, I think this whole thing about the transfer ban being lifted, it should give an extra spring in the step to these
You'd
players.
think it
more
would.
than
Think it
that.
would,
You
yeah.
think it
Now,
would, but
no, but this is the thing. You need to understand that kids. Sorry, my one, mate, my one. You need to understand that kids are kids. All right. Sometimes something will motivate you. Not everyone has Cristiano Ronaldo mentality, where they do their best when they're faced with adversity. Some people, they start to feel like, oh my God, I'm feeling insecure about my position at this club and what's going to happen as a result of that. And Lampard, unfortunately, is not that experienced when it comes to managing personalities, to grab a player, put his arm around him and say, you know what?
You're safe, kind of thing.
You're safe. You're my man. I know you're the guy that's going to be the one to lead this club forward. All right? It'll be difficult, but I have faith in you. I don't think they'll go out and break the bank in the transfer window.
But this is the thing, yeah, because let's be honest, as much as Mount is important, the fans are loving him, the team's loving him, I still have that vibe that if they were to sign a world-class midfielder, he's benched. I still have that vibe.
Is that a good thing?
No, it's not. It's a bad
it's a
thing.
good thing.
And like you said, it goes to your inexperience of the Lampard and what you're speaking about.
I think
Because
they
I
should-
watch him and I have that vibe. Abraham could be benched. If
Yeah, I
they,
don't
if they
think-
sign
I don't think-
Lewandowski tomorrow, Abraham's benched.
I think Abraham solidified himself more in there than Mount has.
Yeah.
I think he's more important.
Because
to that team right now
he's
than
the
Mount
nine,
because
he's the
scoring
hero.
A lot of goals.
Yeah, but then again, I think you can move some players around. I think, like you said, I think Abraham is their main man up front.
Solid, yeah.
Giroud, I don't think he's getting back into this team.
No.
Batshuayi is picked over Giroud lately, and I think he does a better job.
I rate him.
But I don't mind Giroud too. I'm like I don't. Yeah,
Giroud
Batshuayi is
Giroud was
not
the
too bad.
striker for the World Cup winning team.
Yeah.
He
Didn't score any
a
goals.
single goal, but played every single game. He's a centre forward.
But
in the
even
first line, whatever you
with
wanna say.
Mount, I think let's just say for example, I know there was rumours that Even Sancho could go to Chelsea. As soon as that ban got lifted, there was rumours that Sancho, even though he's going to United, you heard it here
I think
first.
Sancho's going everywhere, bro.
Even if they get someone like Sancho, I think they'll remove, like they'll take someone like Pulisic back on the bench, even like Willian or Pedro. Like these some of these.
that's the
I think Pedro's on the way out, isn't he?
I think so
he's an
too.
NBA player.
I heard he's going Villa.
Nah.
I heard he's going Villa.
That'll be
Pedro.
sick to watch. I'd
That'll
love
be
to
good.
watch.
I
That'll
don't
be
think
good.
I can afford
But
it.
guys, you said Chelsea are staying into this top 4.
I still think
You
Chelsea
still-
will finish top 4 this
Still
season.
think so?
I don't know, man.
With Spurs, United.
And I still think, and I said this a week ago, I still reckon Leicester won't make top 4 this year. I reckon they're
been
gonna.
saying-
I reckon, and it's happening already. Yeah, they're gonna start
one
slumping
game,
and
one
dropping.
One game, bro. One draw.
Hey, it's happening. You'll see, bro.
8-game win streak, and they get one draw, man.
Bro,
It's
how many
unfair.
times has Arsenal been first come Christmas
Yeah,
time?
but
They're coming 4th, 5th.
Arsenal are special.
Yeah, but you'll see, man. I still reckon it's gonna happen. That's my prediction. My
Yeah,
prediction.
we'll see. I think Chelsea could drop out.
I can see
don't
Tottenham
know.
getting in there.
You don't know.
With Mourinho come lifting in.
Talking about Tottenham, they scraped the victory against
Great
Wolverhampton.
end.
Scrape.
And you know what? Wolverhampton was all over him.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the whole game they were all over him. I don't even, to be honest, I can't remember like a decent spell that Tottenham had in this game. To be honest, I think they
You know what the difference was?
they were unlike. Well, the first goal, Lucas Moura, we were calling for him all season. Why
All
isn't he playing?
season.
And Mourinho loves his Brazilian
But
players.
Mourinho's
and
done the
he knew
obvious.
he was
Yeah,
guaranteed to
Mourinho's
start.
done the obvious. Yeah.
We've been calling. He's been watching our videos. So
Yeah.
Mourinho. And,
Subscribe, bro. Still 10 follow.
but look, Moura scores that goal 1-0, and I think from then on,
They just died out.
Wolverhampton were all over him, and the pace, like with Traore, with Jimenez,
How good was
Jota,
that finish by him as well?
yeah. So
Well,
Adama Traore.
he's a monster.
He looks like the kind of guy that you need a maintenance man to come in, just tighten a few screws, and all of a sudden you've got this super player. Like
He's too
so
fast for how big he is.
So
Isn't he-
strong.
Isn't he a Klopp player?
Klopp player.
Running down that wing, giving that
Come on.
option, putting that pass through. He's all speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would not start your team right now.
No, wait, no, he would start on our
He
team.
still represents a
Me.
big risk, I
Rashford.
think. He still represents. He's just in that position where you kind of feel like he could go off and become this amazing player, or he could be like adulterapt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like some random player who had this talent and whatever, and then he's just. But I remember when
Is he
he
Egyptian?
broke
Is he
in.
Egyptian?
No.
He was Moroccan or something.
Is he?
It's something like that. But
Egyptians only have the best players in the world, bro.
El Sharawi. And he dogged
But
his
yeah,
phone.
I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
He has that.
He has
thing
that kind
where
of look where he's going to do amazing for a year, and
You
then
know what?
where'd he go?
He'll be 76 on FIFA and have 5-star skill rating.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? He's like that kind of
from
player. It's just, but
But you know what? To go back to the game, yeah, and like you said, Wolves just came out
Wolves,
firing.
I think they were undefeated in 11 games.
But it's
done
funny
well.
because
All this.
the stats were ridiculous. They had 18 shots to Tottenham's 9. Chances created 13 to 11, pretty fair. But possession and the pass success was higher. Shots were were higher. Possession was higher. Everything was higher. Yes, I know. I said more higher.
the
But-
Morris highest.
The Morris of highest. But honestly, in all seriousness, Wolves stats wise and match wise, if you watched it, they were the more dominant squad, more dominant team.
Yeah.
But again, like we said with the Liverpool game against Watford, it's the 3 points that counts.
Yeah, but
And
I
it's
just
all that
think I
matters
just
right
think some of the and very similar when we touch on United a little bit, that goal that Wolverhampton conceded at the end. You learn this at under 9s. When you're defending a corner or a set piece, have players on the posts.
Front post, back post, yeah.
Vertonghen? Vertonghen scored almost. The header was almost on the 18-yard box. Where is the player on the post to clear that
yeah, but
ball?
you could say that for a lot of teams don't play a player on the post.
But it's common sense,
Last
though.
night's United. I know it's
That's what I'm going to say now. That's what I just
same
mentioned.
Thing. There
Yeah,
was
same
no one
thing.
on the post. That wouldn't have gone in. Anyway, I'm stepping ahead and going to the United game because.
But look,
Man, Butch always get emotional about this United
Yeah.
game.
Tottenham.
3
I
points.
think that's what four out of the 5 games has Mourinho been in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
United.
I think he's won 4 of them.
lost
So
to United.
look, they're slowly getting up there. Their players are back in form. We've
got
seen
a
in the
team
last couple
too.
of weeks with Kane, Son, Dele Alli. They've been.
We'll
We
see,
don't know
man.
what's happening with
So
Ericsson.
what was the problem before? What was the problem with the ex-manager?
Oh,
coach?
it was just.
I think it was personal. I think there
Personal?
was something behind the scenes. in
it had to
terms
be,
of
yeah.
things.
I think it was more with the manager and the owner, not so much with the players.
Okay.
Maybe certain players. I know maybe with Ericsson, he didn't really rate him.
Yeah.
Mora, we're asking the question, what's going on here with Mora?
Yeah, but the thing is, I reckon his time was just expired. That's what I reckon.
I
it
don't
was.
think that's what it is. I
was
think
something else.
I think, and you know, when in a football club, one thing in Sir Alex Ferguson's autobiography, he always talks about how the person, the kit man. The kit man is important. He's Mr. Kitman over here.
Canteen
right?
lady?
The kit man, the canteen lady, you know, whatever it is. Every person has a part to play in the club. Now, when there is some kind of, when everyone's doing well, everyone's happy. Like right now in the Liverpool camp, I guarantee you there's a big happy feeling. Klopp's the happy guy, makes everyone happy, whatever it is. And I'm sure he goes and talks to everyone in the club the same way that Sir
I was
Alex
just about to say
Ferguson
you are right because that's what he does.
Pochettino had probably gotten to a point where he had an issue with management or whatever it is, and you're right, but you can't have an issue with manager and owner or chief executive officer or whatever it is without it spreading and affecting the players as well. And the performances on the pitch showed that. That change came at the right time. A lot of those players, despite the fact that they are quite good players, most of those players haven't experienced a big name manager come in. They've had Pochettino there. All of a sudden, Mourinho's there. Harry Kane's thinking, you know what? I've never played for a manager like him before. Dele Alli's saying the same thing. All of a sudden, it's like, we love this guy's fire. We love this guy's whatever. He has that to him, Mourinho, until it goes after a while. All right?
It's always a fun time in the beginning. We'll see what happens afterwards.
We'll see.
But anyway,
Ending on that, do you reckon they're gonna
finish
go
top four?
Top four. Do you reckon they can make a dent? I know it's not. They're not far off. I think it might
They're
be
going
like
to challenge
3 or
for
4.
it. That's for sure.
I think they get top four. I think they get
Over?
top four
I
over
believe
United,
that too,
over Chelsea.
Over
believe
Chelsea.
Yeah, over Chelsea, over United.
It's gonna be
over
interesting,
anything.
especially
I
this
reckon they
Christmas
get
period,
fourth.
New Year. Just
I'm
say you have-
a fan on it, definitely.
I reckon they do get top four as well.
Yeah, Mourinho will get top four for them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Moving on to Manchester United, before we get on to the big game with City and Arsenal. Look, United coming from winning the last 3 games, with beating Spurs, beating City, and a big win in the Europa League against AZ Alkmaar, 4-0 there.
Massive win.
We go into this game against Everton,
You know what?
another team that's been struggling all season.
But
Yes,
this
I
is
know
the
they have
thing,
their new
yeah,
manager,
yeah.
but I think this has been an issue all season with us.
But the thing is, everyone started talking about how United starting to look like they're picking up form. Obviously, we went from like 12th, 13th to 5th. Started looking good. But you know what? The whole caretaker coming in, Duncan Ferguson coming for Everton, you know, a club legend. I always knew it was going to be a difficult one. Now, was it a bad performance from United?
I don't think so much it was a bad performance,
Wasn't
in
a
my
complete
opinion. I just think there's something lacking in the sense of when we go or when we've gone behind this season, we haven't won. We haven't. Like, yeah, we came back against
we
Sheffield
don't have the
United.
resilience, yeah.
Like, where's the fight to come back? All right, we conceded a stupid goal. It was a ridiculous goal. I think that wasn't a foul on De Gea. And I've been complaining about De Gea all season. Against Southampton was the 3rd game of the year. The cross comes over the top. He had all day to catch it, all day to punch it out. They go and score 1-0. And there's throughout the season, he's been doing these very similar mistakes where he doesn't come out and control that 6-yard box. And it happened again. He goes.
All his career's been like that, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's got at the start. That was the problem.
That was
He's
his
got.
main
He
weakness.
went. He got a bit better.
Yeah.
But then again, I question Lindelof's body positioning on that corner or on that cross. He's facing our goal.
Yeah.
He's like we said with the Wolverhampton. Just
But I won't lie to you. Every time I see Lindelof starting the lineup, I'm not happy.
like I believe now Tuanzebe
just-
should be starting. Like, he's made 2 against City. That crazy ball he tried to play or touch across goal where they almost scored.
You know what Lindelof's problem is? Attacking wise, he's great.
I think Lindelof's a good player.
Yeah.
I think Lindelof's a good player.
Defensively
I don't
too?
think he's a bad player. I think defensively, he's good when he has Maguire with him. All right, if he's not with Maguire, and look, anyone that plays with Maguire becomes better all of a sudden.
Yeah, but
He's
look-
got that ability
but
to
look-
him. You're correct. He shouldn't have been facing that way. This is something that needs to be
Yeah,
tweaked.
but
he
it's
played
happened.
great against
Yeah,
City.
okay, he played good, but look at the errors he made that almost cost
I know
us.
that.
Against Newcastle, when that ball this season when we lost to him, where that ball went over the top, or was it Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace,
The
yeah.
ball went over
I know,
and
I know.
he's done that a few times, and you mentioned that because I said
I remember that
I rated him at the start of the season. You kept slagging me off. Look, he's done another mistake.
In the aerial,
Like,
he's
this is
just-
the stuff.
he's got
Like, is
problem aerial.
it a player thing? Is it a manager thing? Is this something not with the coaching staff? It's not that they're not working on.
Is it the defensive
like,
coach? I don't
let's
know.
be serious, but that is under 9s. Face the right way to begin with. Body positioning. If you face the right way, that you clear the
Didn't
ball.
the same thing happen for City's goal with Wan-Bissaka? Wasn't Wan-Bissaka facing his own goal?
I can't remember how City scored.
City scored the header. It was
Header.
Otamendi.
Otamendi's
Otamendi
brilliant
charged
header.
straight through
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka still had a man of match.
Yeah, and then
performance there.
even against.
But Wan-Bissaka, and I know there's no excuse. Any player should be able to defend a corner.
Yeah.
When you're a centre back as opposed to a left and right back, you're more expected to win those aerial battles. You're a
Tell you what,
you're a
you know,
central
but-
defender.
But we make the argument that Wan-Bissaka, a lot of these people will go into this whole Wan-Bissaka, Trent Alexander-Arnold thing. It's a big thing that happens. Going forward, Trent Alexander-Arnold runs rings
yeah.
around him.
Defensively,
Defensively, I think
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka has it there. Wan-Bissaka defensively is very
But aerial
strong
for
as
corners,
a
going up for headers?
Why not? Look how strong he is.
He's not
Yeah,
tall
but
enough,
he's
not
strong
big
he
enough.
is.
Yeah, I know,
Nah,
but
I don't
but
agree.
you know
I
what?
don't agree.
You know
He's a
what?
big
He's
jumper as
against
well.
against. Yeah, I know. He might be good.
9 times out of
clearing
10,
the
he
ball.
wouldn't have conceded that goal.
Yeah, but then against when we played Bournemouth, look at the mistake he made.
Yeah.
We should be winning, and it's not just him. It's happened so many times with the other defense. That's been our
But,
weakness.
but you know what? Where did we go wrong? Like, where did United go wrong in this game? What do you reckon? You probably didn't watch it off of the fairies.
I didn't watch the mini match, but you
Where
guys
did you-
didn't play bad from what I watched. It wasn't a bad performance by you guys, but the thing is, you said it at the beginning, when you guys go down, there's no hunger,
haven't
there's
won-
no
we haven't come
leadership
back
on the
this
field
season.
saying, okay, boys, let's go.
We are lacking
When
the lead.
Mane's goal got disallowed, what did Mane do? You'd think he'd be disappointed after an awesome goal being finished, but he lifted himself, lifted up the team and goes, let's go, we keep going. And you guys are going through the same thing that Liverpool went through. I can't remember those 2-3 seasons. If we went down, we weren't coming back.
Yeah, but the thing is,
There was-
do you guys think that obviously we do need players that are better, that are
With
good enough?
with three solid
guys need
signings off.
players
Yeah, but
that
do you,
wanna
do
play
you
for
think do you
United.
think is some of this down to the tactics? Is it down to Ole? Is there something that it's happened? Like Van Gaal beat the big teams that year, but where did we finish?
Yeah.
Yes, he can do it against the big teams where they have majority of the ball and we hit them on the counter. But when teams are sitting back, we can't break him. We can't break him through. Like here, we should have. Sorry, we should have. I think in these type of games, Mata should be starting instead of Lingard.
Yeah.
Because Mata's that type of player to maybe try find the
Lingard
channels.
was
And
non-existent.
Meta can hold on to the ball.
Oh, he was
Fade the
alright. It
ball.
wasn't too bad. He wasn't one of his best
Lingard
games.
was
but-
non-existent to me.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think a lot of people have been talking about the last couple of games coming into this on a high. The fact that we floored our Europa League opposition. Fair enough.
Beat Tottenham and
the
Man City in a
exemption,
week.
and we beat Tottenham and Man City
In a week, same week,
Those teams, they want possession. They want to attack us, and we have.
They play into our hands. Yeah.
Probably the fastest team in the league, attacking wise.
Yeah. Well, James.
Martial, James and Rashford.
James
James is the
Martial,
fast player in the Premier League
Rashford,
right now.
they're very, very fast players. We hit on the break very, very quickly. When you play against a team like Everton, who is going to soak up the pressure, you need someone with that killer instinct who can link up. There was one pass that Fred made. He cut it to the right wing, and it was perfect. It provided us with such a great opportunity for Daniel James. And that's lacking in midfield. And that's why, if you notice, you say about three signings away. I think one strong attacking midfield player.
Pogba's that.
But you got that.
Look, Pogba could become that if he decides to mold himself
He
into
doesn't
that
want
position.
to, but he doesn't want to be there.
But I think you want something to give us a challenge straight away. You go for James Maddison. You put James Maddison in that position right there, and he's that player that will open everything up for us. And I don't criticize our attack. I could maybe start to criticize Martial a little bit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Because Martial, when he's good, we play good. When he's not good, we don't play good.
No, 100%.
And that's why the links to
There was-
Haaland are,
Yeah, there was a
are valid
chance.
as well.
Links to
So
Haaland
you
are
could
very
probably say
valid.
one more striker.
No, we need more than one player.
And
We need another centre back. We need a centre midfield. We need two central midfielders, I believe.
Yeah, but we're not
An
going to get him in
attacking and a
January.
defensive. I know. I'm saying we are three signings off.
I think
we're
we're a
a
bit
centre
more.
mid, a
I think
striker,
we're a bit
and
more
a
than
centre
that.
back.
I think we're a bit more than that. But 3 is a start. But I reckon 3 in January. 3 bodies in January.
Three
like,
will never come in January.
Yeah, that's
but
too
you
much
could.
to ask.
No, you can. You can if you get the right
And
players
if you
in.
are, you're going to be overpaying for all 3.
Yeah,
they
that's
always
fine.
have a price
That's why
in January,
we always
right? Who
price
cares?
everywhere.
Whatever.
Anyways, but you get 3 bodies in
Wash your
now. Wash out. Once the loan gets approved. And
Sole trader.
and and 3 in the summer.
Yeah.
Then we're looking. We've got a maybe decent squad to start off the season next year. But with Martial, like there's been so many times you see where James has made the run, and he's just you see it's either Lingard or Rashford make that run, and Martial
Is
just
it the
hanging back.
confidence in each
I
other?
don't know what it is. No, I don't because you see it in some of the
I've
games
seen that
against
a couple
City.
of times this year where you
look
guys
at
are a bit... wary about passing to the younger guys moving forward. I think
They're all young.
The whole team.
They're
the
all
whole team.
young.
But in regards to Rashford, Martial,
Passing to who though? I don't
it's
think
the
so.
Greenwood.
No.
Nah, come
Because
on.
Greenwood doesn't always start anyways, and when he does,
He always
bangs
comes
them in.
on. He bangs it.
Let-
Anyway, guys, we're gonna turn this into United.
Yeah,
I know it gets hard.
it's a United podcast.
Just
do you mean? What do you
if you want, and if you want to leave it on something at the end of it, just you mentioned Greenwood. All right, this guy smells where the goal is. He
Yeah,
scores.
he's a great
Honestly,
finisher.
I don't understand.
And
this.
are we getting
He
the
is-
ball to him as well?
Goal machine.
He is the best finisher at Manchester United right
At the
now.
moment, yeah,
As a
definitely.
finisher,
Yeah.
he needs to develop other parts of his games. I think he goes missing when he's like in midfield.
think
He
things
shouldn't be
like that.
starting. I reckon he should always be coming on.
But what a finisher!
Yeah, but I'd start him
What
over
a
someone like
finisher.
Lingard. I know different positions.
Different
but I'm
positions.
sorry.
Nah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't because he started
Lingard's
against.
not a starting
Okay,
player,
he
man.
started.
Ah.
He started at Tottenham.
Lingard out.
Greenwood. Oh no, you're toxic, bro. Don't be like troops now. Look, he came.
Nutty boy.
He started against Tottenham because Martial was injured and he was non-existent for me. When he comes on, he does damage,
got
and
the
I think that's where he needs. He's a big impact player. And against the teams like we play in the Europa League, he should be running rings like he did against AZ Alkmaar.
Yeah.
Against the Stana, but he should be scoring hat tricks against
Yeah,
them.
I agree.
But anyways, like.
But anyway, on the note,
he's-
Davies should have got red carded. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
was
I
a
think-
foul- and it was a
think-
foul on De
yeah,
Gea.
I think Arsenal played Man City, didn't they?
I think they did.
Well, is that the
they play?
relegation battling team?
That's the match. That
Is that where their fans are too toxic for the club, and that's why the players are getting
Come on,
upset?
fam.
Them one-
match of the week was
on, blood.
Arsenal at home to Man City, and let me tell you,
Hey.
it was always gonna be the Man City show. It was Man City against.
Nah, did you really think
Stratford
so?
West.
No, did you really think so? Like the way City have been playing this season.
I always did actually.
Actually against Arsenal.
Man
I think it's
City,
an easy
For one
they
second,
were
did you
licking their
think-
wounds. They were licking their wounds. They got such good players. De Bruyne bossed this game.
Bro, he bosses every game.
Absolutely bossed
Man
this
crush.
game.
Man crush is back.
You've
Man
heard about
crush.
my man crush about De Bruyne.
He loves
He
De
I'm
Bruyne.
not
bosses
saying, you know
every
what? You know
game.
what? Honestly,
I
he is
love
that
him.
one player. He plays for Man City.
Get the
and you wanna
sanitizer
plays
out.
for Man City.
Their hands are
And I-
dirty.
can you like slow the camera down and put like love hearts and stuff or whatever? Yeah, I don't know. You put that, like, just like Instagram filters or
Yeah.
whatever. He is such a good midfielder, and if I start
monster.
talking about this goes into a whole different thing. But I'm not here very often, so I'll drop the controversial thing. A lot of people like to talk about how great Gerrard was and how great Scholes was and how great Lampard was. I'm not saying he's
this
better.
guy-
I'm not saying he's better, but he has what made all three of them special in
All
one
together,
one
yeah.
player.
I
Hey, he got me
I
19
agree
points
with
on
that.
fantasy, bro. I'm not
I agree
complaining.
with
You
that.
know,
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
such a great player.
But he actually reckons I remember you telling me this off camera. You actually reckon that De Bruyne is probably the best player in the world right now, even talent wise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Centre mid.
Yeah.
No, he said talent wise, not me. I know I
yeah,
love the word
yeah,
talent.
yeah,
Group chat
yeah,
later on.
I do.
But you have to specify
I do.
what talent
He actually
I think
reckons
he's
the best player in the
hands
world.
down. Probably the best
I think
In the world, in the
he's
world,
the
in
best-
the
I
league.
think
In
he's
the
the
world.
best player in the world right now. I think he's the best player in the world right
Best
now.
in
His
the
But the
team-
Ballon
his
d'Or,
team
it's the best.
aren't- Yes, the Ballon d'Or, the ever solid Ballon d'Or that decided to give Luka Modric Ballon
Romance,
d'Or.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. And then give it to Messi.
Because
when-
he had a good group
anyway,
stage. Modric had a
anyway,
good group
whatever.
stage. That's
Anyway,
why.
as much as we can go on about Man City, obviously Gabriel Jesus playing this game, he played quite brilliantly as well, I think as well. Off the ball, offers something different to Aguero. But for me, as much as you say, obviously De Bruyne bossed it, completely controlled the whole game. But we have to flip it a bit here. Now, is there a solution to Arsenal? What's going on with Arsenal? Voce, come on, man. Please
You
tell
gotta
us. And
shut down
I know you have a
AFTV.
massive opinion with
You're
AFTV.
gonna shut down
Wants to go
AFTV.
first, Let him release.
Now look.
No, what's happening with
jokes aside,
Arsenal?
jokes
Seriously,
aside,
what's happening with Arsenal?
Let's
They
be
get rid of the
real.
manager and they got.
Let's be real, yeah. They've had very similar problems to us, maybe worse, yeah, in a case. But like
But
they
similar,
they don't have the right players. Unai Emery was playing a system. Now that I think Lundberg is trying to fade away from it, which could be good, could be bad. They were trying to play out from the back against Liverpool and against United, where
It's still not working.
against the they played against the team with the highest press in the league, and you're still trying to play out from the back, and you see it. You see the same plays that with under Emery, they're still doing it now. Nothing has really
Nothing's
changed.
changed. Exactly.
They don't have the right players. It's shambles up in the board. I think you were saying, Ljungberg was saying after this game that there has to be a decision.
He's given an honest.
So even
answer.
he's
There has to
saying
be a
that
decision
they-
on a manager.
and
It has
even-
to be soon.
And like as a legend, you want to do well in hope, like Ollie, in hope that maybe you get the job. But he knows it's that bad that we can't
But I
compete.
would-
But do you know what my question is? And we said this before. Who would want to manage Arsenal?
I
or
wouldn't
wanna
want
play
that
Arsenal?
job. I would not want
I
that
never
job.
want that job right now.
Horrible job.
What about
What a
who's
terrible
not even taking the piss? Who's Bournemouth's manager again? It's not
Uh,
Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Isn't it Eddie Howe?
Yeah,
Eddie
Eddie
Howe.
Howe.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean Dyche's Burnley's.
yeah.
Eddie Howe,
He'd actually be great.
he
for
would
Arsenal.
go there because it's a massive step up, like you were saying
From
about.
Bournemouth, yeah.
About
Yeah,
Nuno
but
Espirito
he's
Santo.
he's a good coach. I reckon Nuno should stay. I reckon the project that he's got with Wolves, Europa League, they're creeping into that top 4, top 5.
I think
From a
he should
promoted
stay
team last year.
If the only other job is Arsenal, because I think that going to Arsenal is career suicide.
Career suicide.
It's career
Absolutely,
suicide.
man. And you know what? And you know what this does now? It tells you all these fans that spoke so bad about Arsene Wenger towards the last 5 years of his career. It goes to show what a great job he was doing because look how hard it
And he
is.
kept that together.
Look how hard it
more
is.
than any
He was
other manager.
papering over the cracks.
Look
Exactly.
how hard
At
it is,
least,
bro.
at least.
but like-
I was talking to a
was like
friend of
15
mine.
years without
I was
trophy. You can't
watching
say
the
it's great.
Arsenal game with. Actually, shout out to Ade. All right.
He's definitely watching. 100%.
Yeah, he's watching for sure. And I was talking to him about it. He hates watching them play. Like he doesn't enjoy supporting the club anymore. And he's a
Arsenal fan
proper
too.
Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And at least with Wenger, you lose, but it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
not boring. It's
good
all this
football still.
beautiful
Yeah, but then
football and
it's
whatever.
beautiful football, but at the end of
At
the
the-
day, it's
you want
about
3
results.
points.
Exactly. But
Because,
at
like-
least
but you
At
know
least
what,
they're
everyone
losing
says-
playing good
at least-
football,
Yeah,
not
but it's
losing
not
playing
really.
terrible.
It's not really, bro.
But
Because
you know
like
what overshadows him as well? Did you ever hear about? Like we always knew Arsenal had ball problems, but Wenger kept those problems under control in front of the media.
Yeah, but it
under
was
control,
obvious,
in front of
though.
the fans under control. Once he left, more cracks started
Yeah.
opening week in.
That's
week
why they
out.
didn't want to sack him years before
Exactly.
that because he was helping them.
And all these Arsenal fans that were like Wenger out, Wenger out, Wenger out. Now they're beginning to
no,
understand
but
what
okay.
the real
Now
problem
tell me this, but Wenger had to go. Even as like rival
agree.
fans, when your rival fans
yeah,
are
yeah.
calling for Wenger
Expired.
in,
Yeah, his time was.
it has to go. And he should have left after they won the FA Cup, left on a high.
Yeah.
But he was selfish and he stayed. Yeah. Now
Either he was selfish or he was helping out the owners because the owners asked him to stay.
Okay.
That could be what it is.
And
look,
also,
he's
how
got
hard is
a-
it to say no
yes,
to $8 million a year?
No, not just
Yeah,
that. No, just that. How hard is it to say to leave to a club that you actually love? You know, Wenger loved the
Yeah,
club,
yeah,
and he said he'll never manage any team in the Premier League because he loves Arsenal. That could be. Look, of course, if anyone was coaching their boyhood club or whatever, for how many years, 20 plus years, you don't want to leave. You want to try and make it work.
And
Can I ask you a question? For the Arsenal fan TV, would you reckon they'd want Wenger back now? Or
No,
No,
Who
they
would
want to
they
move
want?
forward. They want to move
They
forward.
want-
who would
They
they
want
What
something
is the
new.
talk?
They don't want. They don't want
They
something they
want
used to.
Pochettino.
They want
Oh,
Pochettino.
so there's a-
I reckon
no,
he'd be
there's-
incredible for
there's
Arsenal.
few- there's few that
yeah,
want
he
He doesn't spend
Pochettino.
money. He doesn't spend money and he
Exactly.
wins.
And not only that,
know what I mean?
because they'd love the controversy and say
yeah,
in
yeah,
Tottenham's
yeah.
face,
This is
we
another
got your
Sol
manager.
Campbell. So
Sol
you're still
Campbell,
in.
yeah.
You're still in
But
our
they
shadow.
want
you know?
they
But they're not. Hang
someone.
on, Arsenal fans. You are in Tottenham's shadow. I'm
100%.
sorry, you are in Tottenham's shadow.
100%.
You can talk about your golden Premier League or whatever it is you want, but
No, I'm
you're
with him.
in
I'm with him.
Tottenham's shadow.
Where they're
Hey,
very
but you know
jealous.
what? But you know what? Like,
This guy's gonna come back and say you're in City Shadow.
but you know what? We are. Who cares?
Right
Whatever.
now we are.
And you know what?
We need a bit of shade.
As much as I don't like a lot of Arsenal fans out there, I actually do feel sorry for him. I actually genuinely
I
feel
personally
sorry
don't
for
feel
him.
sorry for any Arsenal fans at all.
No, but
the
put yourself in their
biggest
shoes.
hater.
I reckon, and I was saying this yesterday, I reckon Arsenal would be the most frustrating team to support in the whole Premier League. You can go for a shit team, you can expect a shit result, but going for Arsenal must be the most frustrating thing to go for in the world.
They're too entitled, man.
I can't.
not
They
just
get
that-
frustrated because they're too entitled. They believe they deserve something and they deserve it tomorrow or
No,
yesterday.
do you know what I reckon? No, I
can't
reckon.
stand it.
Or
no,
maybe
I
Saturday.
reckon, no,
Saturday.
I reckon that in a way they do feel that way. I think the owners are the biggest problem at their club. They always we're gonna build it. We're moving away from Highbury to challenge against the biggest teams, and you're losing 10-2 to Bayern Munich. You're losing 3-0. You're losing 6-2 to Man United. But you want to challenge. This is why we moved to the Emirates. The owners keep coming out at the start of the season. That Josh Kroenke, the owner's son, saying, "Oh, there's exciting times ahead." Blah blah. Doing all these promises, but they're not delivering. And this is my point when you talk about the fans from the AFTV fans. These guys actually go to the games week in, week out. Go to Dubai, watch unrelated friendlies. But the owners doesn't even know that the North London derby's on.
And it's the most expensive. It's the most expensive ticket in England.
So they got the
When I
right.
went and watched them, it was the most expensive ticket I bought in England.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
And look, they got the worst start to a Premier League season ever. They're not seeing any results.
There's a lot.
They're in a
There's a lot.
process.
There's
I
a lot.
reckon.
It's a big ball
Let
of...
me throw something out now as well. I think that a lot of the issues that Arsenal fans have with their club is the fact that their expectations of their club are unrealistic now. I think they need to be.
I think they're starting to realise that.
They need to realise
They need to bring it back.
They're not a top 4 club. They're not a top 4 club.
I actually think they're starting to realise that.
Yeah.
I think
But they are starting to realise that. But there's no one pushing to go further. Like with that year when you were like, all right, Leicester won the league, you guys came second because Tottenham folded pretty much. You came second, but what did you guys do the next season to bring new players in? Not what you got Peter check for free. Is that all you did? There's no ambition from the actual club, from the people.
Even now, you brought David Luiz in, and you lost the Ramsey, who was your best player. I don't care what you say, most important player.
Yeah.
Most important player.
Ramsey,
But when
Ramsey's
Ramsey's your most important player, that speaks volumes in
It does,
itself.
it does.
He was useful, but the fact that they're missing Ramsey so much, and I know
about
Arsenal
Wilshere?
fans out there
Reckon they
used
miss
to
Wilshere?
criticise Ramsey
yeah, of
so
course they
much. They loved Wilshere.
Yeah.
I think it was the whole like Wilshere hates
Hates
Tottenham,
Tottenham,
and all that kind of stuff or
The
whatever.
romance.
And he's that rough sort of player. They're like, oh, he's that guy that can turn into that.
But then you look at it, they need some bodies. They need maybe. I know he was injury prone.
I reckon you're right. I think the problem with Arsenal, and it does go to the owners, but I think Pochettino going in would change a lot of things.
Absolutely.
It changed the attitude of the
interesting
fans.
too.
It'd be like, oh, this ex-Tottenham manager's coming, like you said.
But would you want Poch
It's-
at United?
No.
No.
Hang on. Oh, it's not a. Are you saying? Do you want me to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer
No,
right
no,
now
no,
and bring
no,
him
no,
in?
like,
no.
no.
If the job was open, all right, and he's available,
You take it.
all right, I'd take him.
Yeah.
I'd take him. Is he my ideal candidate? No, I'd go for Diego Simeone. If I had a choice, I'd take Diego
Then he's
Simeone and I'd bring
defensive, yeah,
Simeone
we're gonna
in there.
complain
It's
with
too
two
defensive and
defensive.
too
All
boring
right,
for me, bro.
but he
Okay.
crunches the
Give me-
Barcelona Real
give me
Madrid thing.
Klopp.
No, you can have him.
Give me Klopp.
Klopp's only the only reason Klopp
Klopp's
has
the
done
best
well.
manager in the
The
world.
only
Right
reason,
now, every player
the
in the
only
world wants to play
reason,
for Klopp.
the only reason
Klopp's
he's
better than Guardiola right now.
the only reason Klopp is doing what he's doing at Liverpool is because of his assistant that just left, that Bosnian fella.
Oh,
He-
no.
Come on,
Bosnian
bro.
fella.
He told Klopp to get Salah. He didn't want Salah.
Oh, give the guy some credit, bro. Come on, Klopp's
Give
the
him
best
no
manager
credit,
in the
bro.
world.
He's got no plan B.
Right.
Still
Anyway,
got no plan B.
guys.
We'll leave it there because I'm about
We
to.
might get crazy.
Yeah, it's about to kick off.
Maybe a group chat episode. We'll see.
Boys, thanks again. It was a fantastic episode. Welcome back.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
It's been too long. That's Rami's brother, as you can see, the prettier one. This guy's But Rami, thanks again. Another great episode, guys.
Always.
Once again, thanks for watching for another week. Lingardum Leviosa. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Leave all your comments. And yeah, we'll see
Road
you
to
next week.
5,000.
Or 10, whichever.
20.
20. 1 million. See you next week.
Done.